Hannibal himself. That guy's dead, man.
I do feel a bit guilty enjoying such a lovely evening when one of our musicians is still listed as a missing person.
What is this divine-looking amuse-bouche?
If I tell you, I'm afraid you won't even try it.
Tony Hopkins is a crazy looking guy, man. Sizing her up, man. Can't wait to devour.
Sorry to bother you again, Dr. Lecter. I know it's very late.
There's no bother. We're both night owls, I think.
Norton, huh? Something Norton.
He's not collecting body parts. He's eating them. Liver, kidney, tongue, thymus. Every single victim lost some body part used in cooking.
Yeah, I'd always suspected as much. You are an eye attacker.
He's very good at manipulating cops. There's always a cop being manipulated in a Hannibal movie. He keeps cops close. It's very classic serial killer behavior.
Oh, I'd love to get you on my couch.
In my plate.
You're the best forensic psychiatrist I know, and somehow in all our time together, this possibility never occurred to you. You don't strike me as a man who makes very many mistakes.
Rest you and I'll get your coat. Won't be a tick.
You're dead. You're a cooking book.
You're in shock now. I don't want you to feel any pain. Like slipping into a warm bath.
Anthony Hopkins with a ponytail just looks off, man.
I think I'll eat your heart.
2 arrows. He stuck him with 2. Does he die? Or maybe that was the end that we just saw. Maybe they'll hit us with 3 weeks earlier. Harvey Keitel.
Hey.
Reservoir Dogs. Mr. White.
2 families killed a month apart in their homes. Circumstances were similar.
Not similar, the same. He smashes mirrors and uses the pieces. Oh, and his blood's AB positive. We typed him from semen and saliva. He's a secretor. Did you ever consider picking up the phone and maybe giving me a call?
You've got all the people you need. I wouldn't be very useful to you anyway. I don't think about this stuff anymore.
I've got technicians that can examine evidence, but you've got that other thing. I know you don't like that part of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it either.
I think we have a better chance to catch him fast if you help. Go to Atlanta and look. Just look.
It's a few days, a week maybe, and I'll be right back.
You believed that?
Yes, and I've had experience.
Yes, you have.
This one will never see me or know my name. I'll be in the back of the pack, Molly, I promise.
Never in your life.
Where's the dog? No one heard barking. There's nothing about it in the case file.
It's a nice arrangement of photos, man.
He shoots Valerie Leeds in the stomach as she's rising, disabling her but not killing her. The children were still in their beds when they were shot, which might indicate that he used a silencer. He dragged the bodies into the master bedroom, but why bother? And none of them got the same extra attention as Mrs. Leeds. Small pieces of mirror were inserted in the orbital sockets of the victims. This occurred post-mortem.
Why?
Why did you put mirrors in their eyes?
The eyes are the windows to the soul. Mirrors in the eyes. Why do that? Bite mark.
The pieces of mirrors make their eyes look alive. He wanted an audience. When he touched her, talcum powder. There was talcum powder. Complete search of the home led to no such matching talcum in the house. You took your gloves off, didn't you, you son of a bitch? Who do we have down here that's really good with latent prints?
Atlanta PD.
Tell them to check the eyes. Mrs. Leeds' eyes, even her corneas.
This is what the subject's teeth look like. The impressions came from bite marks on Mrs. Leeds.
I've seen Hannibal, the show. And I feel like they drew inspiration from this movie. Not so much because it's Hannibal Lecter in that show. I think they drew inspiration from this movie. You know, the detective, this class right here, there was a lot of that in the show. He was kind of a teacher. You know, he had a gift of kind of like putting himself in the situation and kind of visualizing what happened. So I think that show draws inspiration from Red Dragon more than Silence of the Lambs. The only thing they have from Silence of the Lambs is Hannibal Lecter. But I think the detective stuff is drawn from here.
Mrs. Leeds and Mrs. Jacoby were the primary targets. The others were killed just to complete his fantasy. This wasn't some killing frenzy. He was never out of control. There's some common factor, and that's the key. Find out what that is, and we'll save lives. He won't stop.
Why not?
Because it makes him God. Would you give that up?
Leeds and his oldest boy brought the dog in the afternoon before they were killed. Had a puncture wound to its abdomen.
Was the dog wearing a collar with the Leeds address on it?
No.
They found a print on Mrs. Lee's left eye. Partial thumb.
Bill Graham. Remember me? Pretty Lounge?
Stay away from me.
Get away, house.
Is it him?
That guy snuck into the hospital and took those pictures of me. You remember? With the tubes hanging out of me?
That was very good work.
No, good work would be seeing it all the way through and catching the guy. I did what you asked me to do. You know, I'm going home.
Ed Norton will get his family killed.
I had help.
From Lecter.
Yep.
If there's something on your mind, come out and say
I'm
it.
just saying, maybe we've got a resource we ought to look into. If you think there's any chance you'll talk to me, I'll go myself. If you tell me you can't handle it, God knows I'd understand that.
He's simply impenetrable to psychological testing. So you can imagine the stir your little visit is causing among my staff, Mr. Graham.
That smile, that creepy smile.
The first definitive analysis of Lecter will be the publisher's wet dream. I'd give you full credit, of course.
The same
What was
guards.
your trick?
I let him kill me.
That notorious nose, man. That guy can smell what you had for dinner.
That's the same atrocious aftershave you wore in court.
Dr. Bloom sent me your article on surgical addiction in the Journal of Forensic Psychiatry. Very interesting, even to a layman.
You say you're a layman, but it was you who caught me.
I got lucky.
I don't think you believe that.
I need your advice, Dr. Lecter.
You want to know how he's choosing them, don't you? Our last collaboration ended rather messily.
I thought you might enjoy the challenge. Find out if you're smarter than the person I'm looking for.
Then by implication, you think you're smarter than I am. Since it was you who caught me.
You had disadvantages. You're insane.
And how is young Josh and the lovely Molly? They're always in my thoughts, you know. With photos, let me keep them and I might consider it.
No. Goodbye, Dr. Lecter.
Give me the file, then. And I'll tell you what I think.
Hannibal loves an audience. He's very smart, but I feel like he's also very easy to manipulate. Not easy, but it's possible to manipulate him. He wants... It's like you have to show him that you don't give a fuck. Once he's interested in you, you can manipulate him, but he'll get the last laugh. You know, you might think you're manipulating him, but he usually gets the last laugh.
Just like old times, eh, Will?
That meeting with Hannibal had him sweating.
Have you considered the possibility that he is disfigured, or that he may believe he is disfigured? You notice he smashes all the mirrors in the houses, not just enough to get the pieces he wants. Shards in their eyes, so he can see himself there.
What about the women?
Dead? Mere puppets. You need to see them living, the way they caught his eye. And there will be more of them, of course. Victims. You stink of fear, Will, but you're not a coward. You fear this shy boy, yet still you seek him out. You caught me because we are very much alike. Fear is the price of our instrument, but I can help you bear it.
You getting his face?
Yeah.
What do you think he meant by see them living?
I don't know.
Maybe videos, photos. Yeah, video.
Crazy man. How's everybody doing? I think maybe we better put these kids to bed a little early tonight. They seem tired.
It's probably the guy that made the video, not the dad. Maybe it's the dad, the guy that made the VHS. It probably works at a video store or something.
Why didn't he break in down there? It's more hidden.
Hell, that door's got deadbolts. Reckon he was in too big a hurry.
No, this one doesn't hurry.
He was watching them from there. He was chilling on the tree. He broke a branch. He was there for a while because he's never in a hurry. He was drinking soda.
You watched the children bury the cat, and then you waited for dark. You're proud. You had to sign your work.
Francis, I've never seen a child as dirty and disgusting as you. Get out of my bed.
No.
Go back up to your room, you filthy little beast. I should have put you in an orphanage, grandson or not.
Mom.
Take that filthy thing in your hand and stretch it out.
Oh my God.
Now, if you ever make your bed dirty again, I'll cut it off. Understand?
Very strong man, no? That whole evidence they had with the bite marks, it becomes very tricky now because he clearly switches up his teeth. Tooth fairy. Is he also a former patient of Hannibal? Because Buffalo Bill was Hannibal's patient at some point.
So nice of you to visit again.
He carved this on a tree near the Jacoby house.
Take a walk with me. And what do we make of that symbol?
Asian Studies at Langley identified it as a Chinese character. It marks the Red Dragon.
Red Dragon, correct. This boy begins to interest me.
He hates being called the Tooth Fairy. He wants to be called the Red Dragon. That's why he was cancelling out the Tooth Fairy in his scrapbook. He hates being called the Tooth Fairy, even though he bit. I don't know if he bites them all, but we've seen one of the victims with a bite mark. That's why they were able to create like a. They were able to get indentations and create like a model of his mouth or of his teeth. He's very self-conscious about the teeth. If that's the case, I don't know why he bites his victims then. Maybe it's just to throw the corpse off, but he clearly doesn't like the Tooth Fairy thing. He wants to be the Red Dragon.
A robin redbreast in a cage puts all heaven in a rage.
The noise woke Jacoby, and he had to shoot him on the stairs. That wasn't planned. It was sloppy, and that's not like him.
He is refining his methods. He is evolving. Videos of the Leeds family, I'd like to see those.
No.
Why not?
It would be obscene.
I'll call you if I think of anything else. Would you perhaps like to leave me a home number? It was only his first time. Already in Atlanta, he did much better. This one will give you plenty of exercise. My love to Molly and Josh.
Turn around before you hear the lock snap. You'll get a dodge. Understood?
Yes, indeed.
Got 10 minutes. Talk to your lawyer.
Redbreast in a cage, 406.9.
Think you got it?
Yeah, we should have. We have some books of Blake's paintings, too.
Graham, Will.
All right, just a minute. FBI, 935 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C. P.O. Box 3680, Marathon, Florida.
Red Dragon. This is my kind of movie. This kind of vibe. Is this our guy? Is this our Red Dragon?
I'm Francis Dollarhide. I've come for the package of infrared.
Same Mr. D who's head of tech services, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Raven McLean.
This is our guy, Dollarhide.
So, what do you need the IR for?
The cleft lip.
They want to photograph the nocturnal animals.
Oh, she's blind.
Hey, Reba. Oh, Mr. D. How about I give you a lift home?
You ride a motorcycle, Ralph. How's that gonna help me with the rain?
No problemo.
You're dead.
If there's anything I hate worse than pity, it's fake pity.
She's blind. We know he has something for eyes, you know. He likes to fuck with the eyes of his victims. Put mirrors in them. She's blind. Let's see.
Sorry.
I have no pity.
Ride with me.
Thanks, but I take the bus all the time.
Mandy is a fool. Ride with me.
He has a bun.
You wanna come in? I'll fix us a drink. Maybe another time.
I will. Come in.
One of my earliest memories is seeing a cougar. I didn't lose my sight till I was 7.
Having sight for a while and then losing it sucks, man. Because you still remember the world.
You know, sometimes I'm not so sure I really saw him. Maybe he's just something I dreamed of. You don't say much, do you?
No, I guess not.
I can hear that you've had some kind of soft palate repair.
I'm trying to break down this character. To his grandma, he was disgusting and dirty. You know? And that's a strong maternal. There was a strong maternal presence in his life. But it wasn't very loving, you know? Grandma saw him as dirty and disgusting. She threatened to cut his dick off. So his relationship with women is weird, you know? Hence why, yeah, he killed those families, but the women were the main event in both murders, in both scenarios. Here we see him with a woman who's blind, a woman that can't see him. She can't see that he has like the cleft lip. She's not disgusted by him. Maybe he sees her as a source of kind of love. Her. Very different from other women he's met in his life. Maybe also she's blonde like Mrs. Leeds. I don't know if there's a connection there. Maybe his grandma was also blonde. But this chick is blind. I don't know if the grandma was blind. I doubt, because the grandma called him disgusting. Maybe in Mrs. Leeds and Mrs. What's that other family's name? Jacoby. Maybe in those two women he saw. Maybe they saw him. Maybe they saw him at some point. It's probably people he knows, women he's worked with. Maybe he's had interactions with them. The same with her, this chick right here. Maybe he had encounters with these women, and maybe they reacted a certain way that reminded him of his grandma. But then he kills them, takes out their eyes, and makes them watch. He wants an audience for what he's doing to them.
I know what it's like to have people always thinking that you're different. May I touch your face? I want to know if you're smiling or frowning.
Don't bite.
Take my word that I'm smiling.
If I offended you, I didn't mean to.
No.
It's definitely some maternal bullshit going on with him.
A note hidden in Lecter's cell. Sounds like a fan letter might have been mailed by the Tooth Fairy. He's curious about you. He's asking questions.
Where's Lecter now?
Still in the holding cage.
Can he see his cell from there?
No. But he's already been there almost half an hour. Pretty soon he'll start to wonder what's wrong. Call your building superintendent or engineer, whoever's in charge. Tell him to pull the circuit breakers on Lecter's hall. Don't touch the note, okay? Graham's on his way.
My dear Dr. Lecter, I wanted to tell you I'm delighted that you've taken an interest in me. What particular body I currently occupy is trivial. The important thing is what I am becoming.
A dragon.
I have admired you for years and have a complete collection of your press notices. I think of them as unfair reviews. As unfair as mine, the Tooth Fairy. What could be more inappropriate?
Bloody stupid building. Every day something breaking. I swear they all.
I don't get it. Why not just throw the whole note away?
It was full of compliments. Couldn't bear to part with them. Jack, there's only one safe way to carry on a conversation that's one-way blind.
Publication.
What if the killer wants Lecter to answer him through the personal columns?
That could be it.
Investigator Graham interests me. Not your standard gumshoe, is he? You should have taught him not to meddle. Until then, dear doctor, I remain your most avid fan.
He's very, very, very perceptive.
That's it. Lecter called him a pilgrim when we talked.
You honor me. You're very beautiful. Christ. Find help in John 6:22, 8:16.
Code.
Has to be. It's something simple. They only needed cover against casual readers. I'm thinking it's a book code.
Not the Bible.
No, he's got Galatians 15:2 here. Galatians only has 6 chapters. Same with Jonah 6:8. Jonah has 4 chapters.
I'm leery of letting Lecter's message run without knowing what it says.
At least it'll encourage the Tooth Fairy to contact him again.
What if it encourages him to do something besides write?
It's our best shot.
It's Lloyd Bowman. I solved the code. You need to know what it says right now. Graham Home, Marathon, Florida. Save yourself, kill them all.
Tell me now.
Lecter gave the bastard your home address. Wait, Will?
Mom?
I'm liking this more than Silence of the Lambs. I know that's probably a crazy thing to say, but I'm enjoying this more.
Is he after you now?
No. Lecter just suggested it to him. But you'll be safe here. Crawford's brother owns this place.
Beneath the yellow folder, you'll find your latest rejection slip from the archives. I'm afraid I opened it without looking. Sorry.
I think we'll remove Dr. Lecter's toilet seat as well.
Got a fake bureau ID. I was trying to get the Leeds family autopsy photos. But maybe there's a better way to handle this.
The Tooth Fairy's ugly, and he's impotent with members of the opposite sex. He sexually molests his male victims.
While they're alive?
The product of an incestuous home.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder the creep's such a loser, right? That's a tip we got from Dr. Lecter, by the way. The doctor was offended that a bottom-feeding lowlife like the Tooth Fairy would consider himself in the same league.
Make sure you can read the name on that building.
Just remember, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You nail this scumbag, I get an exclusive.
Better he comes after me than Molly and Josh.
You've got to rattle his cage.
You again? Come back at 4 a.m. when I open, all right? Hey, I told you! What?
Is that your fucking name on the sign?
Ow.
Oh, man. Damn. Oh. Bro. Dude, I've super glued my fingers together before and had like a mild panic attack at the thought of never being able to like pull them apart. This dude, his entire body is super glued to this chair, man.
What am I doing here?
Atoning, Mr. Lowndes. Do you know who I am, Mr. Lowndes?
No.
According to you, I'm a vicious, perverted sexual failure. A bottom-feeding lowlife who's about to go down in flames. Do you understand what I'm doing, Mr. Lowndes? I am not a man. Each being that I change makes me more than a man. You're a reporter. You're here to report. Open your eyes and look at me.
No.
If you won't open them yourself, I'll staple your eyelids to your forehead.
Oh my dear God, Jesus.
Nice tattoos.
Do you want to know what I am? Do you see now?
Yeah, I see.
Mrs. Jacoby in human form. Mrs. Leeds in human form. Mrs. Jacoby reborn. Do you see? Why did you write lies, Mr. Lowndes?
Graham told me to lie, Graham.
Will you tell the truth now? My work?
Oh, yes.
I am the dragon, and you call me insane. Fear is not what you owe me, Mr. Lowndes. You owe me all. Reed, you did very well.
You let me go now? I'm really going to be fair from now on.
Stan Valchek.
He has helped me to understand his splendor, and now I want to serve him. Knows you made me lie, Will Graham. He will be more merciful to me than to you.
Kiss of death.
We can let this tie us up in knots, or we can learn from it.
He had to have a van or panel truck to move Lowndes around in that big old wheelchair.
He had to already have the wheelchair, too, or know where to get one fast.
He either lives in the Chicago area, or he's within a driving radius of, call it 6 hours. Start with the airports and all-night newsstands. Maybe some news he remembers an odd customer.
Lowndes, that was a bonus. That was just a chance to show off. It doesn't even fit his pattern. I think Lecter picked up on something in the missing part of that note.
Even if he did, he won't tell you.
Not unless I can offer him something.
Tell me, Will, did you enjoy it? Your first murder?
Yeah, he got Lowndes killed.
Put me next to him, Doctor.
Are you in some SWAT team? Where's the fun in that?
He'll have to take his chances, too.
First he kills the pet, then the family. Freddy was your pet. No one will ever be safe around you, Will.
That's what you want, isn't it? To help him succeed where you failed? Twice? Give him a chance to kill me. Full restoration of your privileges. plus computer access to the AMA archives. This is a one-time offer. It expires the minute I walk out of here.
Transformation is the key. The man-dragon. Look for extensive tattooing and corrective surgery, most likely to the face.
Come on, I'm past all that already, and you know it.
Before I tell you anything more, you will make certain arrangements for me. Shall we say, dinner and a show?
A symphony.
You're just full of surprises, aren't you, Dee?
Yep.
Glad you could come, Miss McLean. We appreciate the infrared film, by the way.
Dee.
I'm here.
Steps from the front door to the clock, and 3 more to this room. Sorry, force of habit. That beautiful tiger, this house, this music. I don't think anybody knows you at all, Dee, especially the women. They find you very mysterious and interesting. They said that you have a remarkable body, that you're very sensitive about your face, but you shouldn't be. Where the hell are you, Dee? Here you are. Now, would you show me where the bathroom is?
All the clues are there, but she can't see.
I have to do a little work.
If I'm keeping you from working,
No,
I'll go.
I want you to be here.
Don't kill this lady, man.
May I keep the music?
Uh-huh.
What's it about?
Family.
Some people I'm going to meet.
Corporate promo, some kind of homework.
Homework.
It's so important to be prepared. Oh my God. Are you ever?
No, I won't give her to you. No.
It's mental illness, bro.
You're hurting me.
She's a glitch in the Matrix, man.
She's nice. She's okay.
I had a really terrific time last night, Dee. But this morning, you seem like a different person.
That's how it be after sex, man.
When will I see you again?
Reba, you have to get out. Get out now.
Dinner and the show.
Well, how many more times are we going to watch this?
See them living, he said.
It's so nice to finally be able to connect a face with the name after all our correspondence. You don't look at all like I imagined you would.
Don't talk about his appearance, man. You'll piss him off.
Ah! That's what he wanted the bolt cutter for. To cut that padlock and go in through the basement. The one I saw was flush steel with deadbolts.
Jacoby had a new door installed. Think he cased the house while the old door was still there?
He brought the bolt cutter, didn't he? Just like at the Leeds house, only there he was ready with the glass cutter. Jack, he knew the inside of the houses.
Remarkable, isn't it? 200 years old.
He almost looks alive, doesn't he?
$200-year-old paper.
Just got a report here from
We're looking for any kind of service call or purchase that might have required a stranger to come into the house.
The dog had no collar in a neighborhood full of dogs, but he knew which one was theirs. Same with the Jacoby's cat. No collar, but he knew. Oh, Jesus. Listen, you said Niles Jacoby took a few keepsakes. Do you have a list? I need to know if one of the things he took was a home video. It's Chromolux.
Guy attacked 2 employees and get this. 8 the Blake painting.
That's him. It's gotta be.
And why didn't he kill those 2 women at the museum? They both got a good look at him.
Maybe he's trying to stop.
Yeah. Because of Reba. Maybe they all work here, the women.
There are privacy issues here. The company's exposure.
One of those employees has already killed 11 people.
Please. This guy's very strong. He's possibly a bodybuilder. He might have some kind of facial disfigurement.
It sounds like Mr. D.
Would he have access to people's home videotapes?
He has access to every tape that comes through here.
If Dollarhide is really as moody as you say he is, maybe you ought to keep a little distance.
What a good movie. I've thoroughly enjoyed this movie, man. She's dead now.
Ralph, just because I'm feeling vulnerable.
Reba.
Damn, dude. Be gentle, man.
The other night, did you find something odd?
What's happening?
Sit still. He'll hear us.
Who will?
He's upstairs. He wants you, Reba.
Alter ego.
I did a thing for you today so he couldn't have you. You made me weak. And then you hurt me.
No, you can't have her!
Dee, please don't let him have me. You like me. I know you like me. Take me with you.
I wish I could have trusted you. I wanted to trust you. You felt so good.
He'll fight you to death. He'll hurt you so bad. I'll shoot you and then myself. I can't do it.
The house is on fire, man. And she's blind.
Lock to the door.
Let's go.
What the hell is that?
That's the place.
Francis Dollarhide, where is he?
He shot himself in the face. I put my hand in it. He set fire to the house.
This is one of the best movies I've watched on the channel, personally. I know I've seen other movies that are fucking legendary, all-time greats, and this is probably not an all-time great. It's probably not considered an all-time great, but for me personally, as far as like movies I've really enjoyed, I think Airplane and this fucking movie right here. Just an unexpected gem. You know, just shows you that movies are subjective, very subjective, man. Because sometimes I'll be looking up movies, like looking for a movie to watch, and I usually go with the IMDb rating. You know, I look at like top movies of all time. I go through the list. I see if there's anything I might be interested. And for me personally, this movie, it's up there for me. It's up there for me. The rating doesn't say that. It's probably like a 6 point something or maybe a 7 at most. But for me personally, this is a banger, man. This is one of the best movies I've seen on this channel. Maybe it's the genre, maybe it's just a massacre for this genre, man. You know, this is way better than Silence of the Lambs for me, personally.
You probably saved some lives. You didn't draw a freak, okay? You drew a man with a freak on his back. But there's nothing wrong with you, except your hair. Please do something about that for next time, maybe? Please?
I've really enjoyed their romance. Dollarhide and her.
When I read his journal, it was sad. It was just so sad. I couldn't help feeling sorry for him.
There's something unexpected about to happen here. I'm sure Hannibal is up to something.
Those remains are found in the rubble. They're not Dollarhides. What are you talking about? Ralph Mandy. He was supposed to be on vacation, so nobody missed him.
He's here! Oh, fuck, he's here. The Tooth Fairy.
Prophet. Your son is about to change. And your wife. You can watch.
Look at you. I've never seen a child as disgusting as you. You dirty little beast. You want me to cut it off? Don't cry at me, you little faggot! Apologize! Say it or I will cut it off! I'm a dirty little beast.
That was genius, man. I love this movie, dude.
Get down!
Let's go after the mom.
Guys! Molly, get down!
Damn! Unexpected ending.
Shoot him. Shoot him. My dear Will, you must be healed by now. What a collection of scars you have. Never forget who gave you the best of them. We live in a primitive time, don't we, Will? Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use. Your old friend, Hannibal Lecter.
That's a third killer he's caught.
Hannibal, there's someone here to see you. A young woman. Says she's from the FBI, though she's far too pretty, if you ask me.
This is before Silence of the Lambs, huh?
What is her name?
Clarice. Her name is Clarice. This is before Silence of the Lambs. This is how Hannibal ends up in prison. This is why we find him in prison. What a movie, man. That was fucking amazing. That was amazing. I wonder, let me look up the rating of this movie, because this is a banger for me. Red Dragon on IMDb 7.2. Okay. I expected them to be even more disrespectful and give it like a 6 or something. 7.2 for me. I'd give this an 8.5 maybe. Personally, that's my personal rating. Someone who's saying Silence of the Lambs, I prefer this one by far. Emily Watson. Okay. Interesting villain, unexpected ending. I thought it was over after the house blew up. Him surviving and coming for Will at his house to kill his family and all that. I didn't see that coming. This was thoroughly enjoyable, man. Enjoyed it a lot. What I will give Silence of the Lambs over this one is that was my first time seeing Hannibal Lecter. It was a fantastic intro to Hannibal Lecter. So it has that going for it, and Buffalo Bill was interesting. But the movie as a whole, this was more fun. This was more, I felt, this gripped me, man. This one was a fun fucking film, man. You know, I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed his connection with Reba. You know, like it's kind of like Will said at the end there. At no point did I feel like I hated this character, this dragon character. You know, I don't know why. Maybe it's saying that he's suffered. You know, we didn't get to see Buffalo Bill's origin story, how he became, you know. But for this guy, we saw, you know, they let us in on his past, you know, his abusive grandma and all that. So, and the actor did a fantastic job too. This was a fucking amazing movie. I enjoyed it a lot, man. I enjoyed this a lot. I didn't know there were several Hannibal Lecter movies. You know, this is the second one I've seen. There's probably a third one. I'll check it out. Maybe. I don't know if it's as good. Fuck, man. What a fucking good movie, man. Ed Norton, I've always enjoyed Ed Norton. I don't think Ed Norton has ever disappointed me. Everything I've seen Ed Norton in is killed. What a good movie, man. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Especially if you've seen Silence of the Lambs. This is a must watch. Not a must watch, but highly recommended. Highly, highly recommended. Now, The Red Dragon. I think The Red Dragon was born from years of abuse from his grandma. I think it's just an alter ego that he developed, or maybe he just read about this. I don't know. What was the significance of the painting, the dragon itself? The Blake painting. Something about sweetbreads. Anyway, I think it's just a guy that was abused a lot, and then the alter ego developed. The alter ego developed from his hatred for women that was brought on by his grandma. You know? So it's like he was sacrificing these women to the Red Dragon. He was giving them to the Red Dragon. The Red Dragon is him. You know, he was trying to become that, trying to transform into that. It's a defense mechanism, man. He broke mentally. And hence came about this fucking Red Dragon thing. It's just an alter ego, man. Yeah, that's what abuse will do to you, man. Abuse will do that to you, man. That was amazing. Amazing. Maybe I'll watch some videos. I won't. Or am I kidding? I'm not watching videos to learn more about this. I won't even pretend that I'm going to do that. I enjoyed the movie. If I missed something, oh well. But I know I enjoyed myself. Peace.